today we're going to discuss the second piece of the book, which deals with specific things that some of the black leaders have done, some claims that he makes about some of the black leaders and what he thinks about those. So I want to talk about some of those specific details.
Because white people would have taken it the wrong way.
Because listen, because the point that I've been making is Obama has been showing that there is a new paradigm. There can be a black man who is the leader of all, not just a black person who's the leader of black people relating to whites.
Right.
And he has separated himself and has been separated from the old school, which is, you know, the Al Sharptons and the Jesse Jacksons, by saying, I lead black people and white people. And for them to speak out would associate them with Obama. And I hate to use this, no, I don't hate to use it, bring him down to their level, plain and simple, by association.
And that's that's a valid point, because it's the same thing.
I'm just saying, ooh.
It's the same thing that happened with Minister Farrakhan. Here's another thing that the author said about Jesse Jackson. He said that Jesse Jackson protested Budweiser with his Bud's a Dud campaign, and then he went on after that to get his son a multi-million-dollar beer distribution center. And problems with that?
Not at all. Had it been me, my son would have it too.
Tony, you see any problems with that?
No, I don't see a problem with that.
Do you see any problems with that?
I mean, it just looks bad.
The opposite.
Plain and simple.
It looks bad when somebody black does that, but white folks been doing that for years. Why does it always look bad when we do it?
This author has a big problem with that. He felt that it was unethical. He said that Sharpton was doing a movement or a protest or whatever it was, and then he paid these homeless men, I think he paid them $50 a piece. Is that a problem?
No.
Tony, go ahead.
Yeah, that's a big problem. That
what's
was
the problem?
What is the problem with it?
The problem is that the situation, the scenario was.
So your point is it's a phony demonstration. Yes or no? Is that your point?
Yeah, you taking it out of context. If I tell the whole story, maybe you might be a little bit clear on it.
Tell the story in 30 seconds.
The scenario of the story, you had two cable companies, and one cable company wanted the other cable company to run its shows. Since it didn't do that, the company said, look, hey, Al Sharpton, I'm going to pay you $10,000. You demonstrate a march of racism, and that's what happened. This was reported by the New York Journal. This is not just Juan Williams reporting this. This was in a newspaper, a reputable newspaper. And he got together 3 busloads of people, paid them $50 a piece, gave them a meal, and had a demonstration.
You have a problem with him paying them $50 and having a demonstration?
I have a problem with
it was immoral.
One corporation paying him to protest against another corporation.
Where's
problematic?
That's more my problem.
Plain and simple. Whether he paid the bums, that's fine.
That's exactly.
Let's talk about Tavis Smiley just for a moment. You brought up Tavis Smiley a couple of times.
I've been itching to bring him up.
Now, are you a Tavis Smiley supporter or no?
I have been, not anymore.
Why?
Because I think that he is so stuck in this old paradigm of being a black leader that he misses the point that with the chance for the man to be a black president, he still thinks that this man has to go through him. Still thinks that the old guard are the gatekeepers to get to black people. And in this situation, which a lot of people know about, Tavis Smiley got upset because Barack Obama, who's running for the presidency, did not come to his events, did not come and see him, as if his type are the gatekeepers to the black community.
Yeah. Oh, major problem. I was a major supporter of Tavis. Don't get me wrong, I still love you, Tavis. But I was a major supporter of him. But now he has definitely poured rain on the parade that I was having for him, because you know, you and I were just always strong advocates, you know, of Tavis Smiley and the things that he does. But him doing that, I totally agree with Gavin. I was so disappointed in him.
Do you still listen to his commentaries?
No.
Would you still support his functions, his events?
And I have. Well, maybe if you know, if a few people was there that I really wanted to see, I probably would still go. But
certainly he's relevant, but he's not as relevant as he thinks he is.
And that's it. That's what it is. And you know what? That's what's sad about it. I didn't realize that until this happened, that he is not as relevant as he thinks he is. And he really thinks that he's as relevant as Barack Obama.
You thought he shot himself in the foot?
Yes, he did, and in the butt. He thought he was as relevant as Barack Obama. Dude, are you serious? This man is running for presidency, and you don't. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love the covenant.
This was the opportunity to come. I mean, mean, this was the opportunity for the covenant to prove itself, talking about the covenant for black people, to prove itself and say, let's get behind this man.
Yes.
Instead, they said, we are the gatekeepers. You come through us.
Right.
They did it backwards.
Exactly.
And he got it wrong.
And they need to let go of this old school mentality. They do. And we need to move forward. And unfortunately, in order for someone to be president of the United States, they have to be join everybody together.
And we just have 1 more minute left on the show. So I want to just get a thumbs up or a thumbs down on the book, Juan Williams, Enough.
I give Enough 2 thumbs up. I think it's a great book. Very provocative. Maybe not agreeable, but a great book.
Yeah,
Kim.
Me too. Thumbs up.
Tony.
2 thumbs up.
I'll give Enough a thumbs up.